What's going on, everybody? Z3. Even though the camera is clearly right there, I'm gonna look it right there, motherfuckers. Because I'm badass as hell. Z3KO Trinity here, guys. I had just finished this little book right here, Monster Bluesky. And I have to say, it was okay. it was a pretty good story. I watched the episode a bunch of the times when I was a kid. But I have to say, book versus movie, this book was actually a lot better, I thought. And it has a good bit of differences between this book and the episode. In the episode, they found the monster blood in a jar in his aunt's house because she has all these weird jars of different stuff. And she has like these books like Spell of the Month Club book and just random stupid witchcraft like books. But they found the monster blood in her house in one of the jars. And in this book, they went to an old toy store and they had found the can of monster blood in the toy store. So that's one major difference. Another major difference is the bullies. There was no other characters in the episode besides him, the girl, Andy, and his aunt, and I believe the cat Sabrina. Was it Sabrina? Sarah Beth? Sarah Beth, I believe. I believe it was Sarah Beth. I literally just finished this, and I could care less. Sarah Beth. Yep. Sarah Boof. Which, by the way, Sarah Beth in the episode is hot as hell. I had to say that. Just I had to get it out there. Had to whip it out. Sarah Beth is hot as hell in that episode. In the book, it says that she's like a fiery redhead, older like woman, and I'm like, no, man. Just look at the hot chick in the episode. But another big difference is they had these two bullies. They were brothers, and they were such assholes. Like, as I was reading the book, I was like, I hope to God they get what they deserve. But they didn't. I personally feel like they didn't. And it was a big letdown. Unless they bring them back in the next book, like they could, I don't know. I might not read the next book next. Just depends. But all in all, this was a pretty good book. If I had to give it a 5-star rating system, I would probably give it a 3. It wasn't something extraordinaire. It really didn't have that big of a plot twist for anything, really. You kind of can see where this story was going to lead out to. And for Monster Blood itself being a monster, I think it's one of R.L. Stine's weakest monsters that he's ever made. Like, what Monster Blood is, if you guys don't know, is this green-like substance that looked like a little ball, like a tennis ball. And you can stretch it, you can bounce it all over the place. It was cold at first, but then when it started coming alive, it felt warm, and it started doing different stuff. Like, it was extremely sticky, and it mutated and grew and became different each time that it grew. And until eventually it got to a gigantic ball, which in the episode, I believe it was just a big puddle, but in the book, it was a gigantic ball, and it like rolled through the town trying to get Evan and Andy and stuff like that. So, but yeah, as far as a monster goes, I felt like it was pretty weak sauce. But otherwise, the story was okay. I'm glad that him and his aunt got to kind of reconnect at the very end of the book. I really don't want to spoil too much for you guys. I probably already did spoil a few, but if I did, I am sorry. But compared to the episode, this one I thought was better. The actors that they got to play in the episode looked really weird. Like, they looked like they were all just like ghosts themselves. It was like a pale white kid, whiter than me, pure white blonde hair, and he's like, I don't know where to go. What shall we do with this monster blood? Yeah, because he sounded like Mickey Mouse. But I love the friendship between him and Andy as it progressed through the story. And I was really disappointed or kind of depressed at the end when, he's getting ready to leave with his mom. I just felt kind of sad. I was like, no, you shall be together forever. No, mister! No, mister! But that's how the usually friendship books usually roll. Like Stephen King's It, at the very end, they all forgot each other, and the only way they could remember is through the pages that he wrote. So, but whatevs. I feel like friendships should last forever, but whatevs. I can't say much. I have a lot of friends out of town. I got a lot of my best friends that I have live in a completely different area, like a completely different state. So, like, I'm fortunate to have friends like that, but still, you just want them here to still hang out, stuff like that. So, but all in all, this was a really good book. I keep coming to that. I'm sorry, this review sucks, but get over it. Just get over yourselves. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to read the back of this because I do in every video. Blood everywhere. While staying with his weird great-aunt Catherine, Evan visits a funky old toy store, a cool, hip, funky old toy store, and buys a dusty can of Monster Blood. Monster Blueski. It's fun to play with at first. That's what she said. And Evan's dog, Trigger, which, by the way, I loved the Trigger in the episode. But Trigger is something. That's actually a badass name for a dog. Like, if I had to get another dog, I probably would name it Trigger. Or Monster Blood. Come here, Monster Blood! I can just see my neighbors now. Trigger likes it so much, he eats some, which is what I would do too. But then Evan notices something weird about this green, slimy stuff. It seems to be growing, and growing, and growing, and growing, and growing, like my penis. And all that growing has given the Monster Blood a monstrous appetite, even though he doesn't eat anything. Reader beware, you're in for a scare. Goosebumps skis. That was my review of the book. It is really good. If you want to take the time to read it, I would advise you to, because it is really good. It's not the best of R.L. Stine's, but it was okay. Compared to the episode, like, when I watched the episode, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really good. I thought she was really hot. Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked there. But the book, it was really good. I liked it. I liked the story of how it went in the book better than the episode. Thank you guys so much for enjoying the episode. I'm gonna take a break from reading Goosebumps for the moment, just for the fact that I want to read the Gunslinger. So that way I can compare it to the movie that I had watched in theaters. So I want to kind of see if there's any major differences, see if there's any, stuff like that. So that way I can give a proper video. Proper video. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Today is my mom's birthday, so I'm going to go spend the whole day with her. Thank you for... just kind of... My mind just disappeared all of a sudden. Thank you guys so much for enjoying the episodes, and I will see you guys, Aye Aye Captain, in the next episode.